Hi guys, welcome to today's SetrocJC channel daily video. As usual, if you enjoy the content, please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below. Now strap yourselves in, let's get on with today's daily topic. Today's topic is going to be this week's alternative news. The first story: I can have 50 kids if I want. Father defends council's decision to knock two homes together to make a super home for family of 12 on £40,000 a year in benefits. So basically this bloke, he's basically got a massive family. He's got 12 kids, and he's got this. He's at the moment he's crammed into this 3-bedroom house. So luckily for him, the house next door has become empty, or no one's living in it. So he's asked the council to knock through into the 3-bedroom house next door to make one super 6-bedroom property for him, because he's got so many kids and all. He thinks that that's necessary. So it obviously is necessary, because if you've got 12 kids and you're living in a 3-bedroom house, it must be pretty busy. A jobless couple have been given a council super home for them and their 10 children at the taxpayers' expense. So basically he's got 12 kids, but only 10 are living with him at the moment. 2 of them are flipping left, which is hardly surprising. They must be a bit crammed in there like sardines. The couple, who live on benefits, hope to move in with 10 of their 12 children before their next child arrives in December. So he's got another one on the way, as you would. He's already got 12. That's not enough for him, is it? He wants to knock another one out. He feels the need to do that. He's getting all defensive about it. No one's saying you can't have 12 kids. What people are saying is, if you want 12 kids, go and get a bloody job. It says in here that he has worked hard in the past, but at the moment is unemployed. He's worked hard in the past. Basically, he didn't like it very much. He thought, this ain't the life for me working. I'm just going to sit at home, knock out a kid every year. He's on 40 grand a year in benefits, including child tax credits, disability living allowance, carers allowance, housing benefit and council tax. His missus isn't very well apparently, so he has to care for her. She can't be that unwell if she's banging out kids like some flaming machine, can she? Surely if she's got health problems, then being pregnant all the time isn't going to help, is it? Having to flipping look after all them kids isn't going to help. The Neighbours have come up with this petition. There's 90 names on it or something like that. And he reckons they're jealous because of the big house like he needs or something. I bet the family haven't got a very good name in the area, have they? If people are putting a petition together because they're not happy with him having this house knocked through, then he's not got a very good reputation, has he? And I'm not judging the bloke. I don't like to judge people, but there's various pictures of him in his house and that. So the first picture is basically him, and it looks like he's in Dixons. This bloke's got more electronics than most people have. He's got a massive great big telly, as you'd expect, I suppose. He's got a laptop, he's got printers, he's got stereo equipment, he's got this, that and the other. He's not doing bad for money by the look of it. He's spending his 40 grand a year wisely. And also in another picture, he's got a one-armed bandit in the background. He's got a flipping fruit machine in his front room. He's moaning he's not got any room left in the house. He's got a flaming fruity in there. That's a good example for the kids, isn't it? He's got a fruit machine. He's sat there. He's got no socks on. He's got no shoes on. He's not exactly putting across the right image for sympathy, is he? I don't know why he just doesn't crack open a can of Tennant Super or Special Brew or something, top it all off. He might as well put the cherry on the cake, couldn't he? Anyway, that's enough on him and his 12 kids. I bet soon he'll have about 15 of them if that's what he's using for income, isn't it? But anyway, it's not affecting us, is it? Apart from if you're a taxpayer. Apparently it's costing 6 grand to knock from one house into the other. So that's what people are moaning about. But 6 grand ain't much really. That would cost you a lot more if you weren't the council and didn't have people you've been employing to do it. So, next story. Too drunk to get out of my car. 55-year-old woman calls 911. So this 55-year-old woman got stuck in her car. A Billings woman accused of calling police and saying she was just too damn drunk to get out of her vehicle was charged yesterday with her 4th drunken driving offence. The judge set bond at $3,000 after a prosecutor said has 3 prior convictions. She was arrested after a police dispatcher received a call from a woman who said she could not get out of her car, which was parked outside her residence. When asked if she was having a medical or mechanical issue, the caller said, "No, I'm just too damn drunk." An officer said he found her inside the vehicle, which was parked about 2 foot from the curb. Bad parking, isn't it? Even if you are drunk, surely you can get within 2 foot of the curb. The woman reportedly told the officer she had been at a bar for about 5 hours, had driven home, but had been sitting in a car in front of her house for about 4 hours because she was too damn drunk to get out. Just leave her there. I'd just leave her there. I'd say, well, if you're too damn drunk, you're too damn drunk to go in your house, just leave her there. Come and get her the next day if she's still there or something. Wheel her out, drag her by her flaming arms into the house, chuck her in the front room. Just leave her there to lie in her own flaming spit and stuff. People like that don't deserve sympathy, do they? Apparently the keys for the vehicle were in her pocket, and she had consumed a pint of vodka. What a flaming idiot, isn't it? It's like, just attention seeking, aren't they, some people? She's been drunk before. This is the 4th time she's been done for drunk under the influence, they call it in America, don't they? In England we call it bloody drunk driving. That's what we call it here. But anyway, yes, so she's too flipping drunk. She must be a bit thick to be sat in a car knowing you've driven home. She's just ringing the police and saying, I can't get out of the bloody thing because I'm too much of a disgrace to the humankind. I'm too drunk. I've drunk all this stuff. I'm 50 years old. I should know better. It's just a disgrace. How do people get on in life like this? Just the attention seek. And what if she'd run over someone? What if she killed someone on the way? And they should lock her up. Just chuck her in prison. Chuck her in one of them proper prisons in America where you blooming don't get to leave again. Anyway, that's enough on her. Next story. Husband forgets wife at gas station during honeymoon. A newly married husband somehow forgets his wife and he left her at a petrol station on their honeymoon in central Germany for 5 hours. He drove off and only realised she was not in the vehicle with him 2 hours later. The 33-year-old woman had got out to use a petrol station toilet, but according to police in nearby town, her husband drove off believing she was asleep in the back seat of their minibus. The first reaction was, is he daft? I had no money or telephone with me, she told the radio station. What's she telling the radio station for? Oh, it's not until he reached the next town, 200 kilometres away, that he realised his wife was missing after his children became restless in the back seat, and he called the police. Why has he called the police? Surely if you've left someone behind someone, the last person you should be calling is the police, isn't it? You should be like ringing them or ringing up the place where you left her. Ring up direct inquiries or something, find out where she is, ring up them, say, oh, is my missus there? I think I left her behind. Don't ring the police, what are they going to do about it? So he's driven off, he's left her at the flipping petrol station. She's obviously a quiet woman, isn't she? It wouldn't take me long to realise my missus wasn't there because she don't stop flipping talking when we're driving, but he's obviously realised that she's not there. He thinks she's on the back seat of the minibus sleeping. So he's got a minibus with kids in it as well. How big's his family? That's some honeymoon, isn't it? Going away with all your kids. It's not that bloke in the story from earlier, is it, with his 12 kids? It's not that one, is it? He's got 12 kids in the minibus and a bloody fruity strapped to the bloody roof on his roof rack, I expect. I reckon he had a Barney. They've had a Barney. He's ditched her off. He said, sod this. I've just married you. You treating me like this. I'm leaving you here. She's got out to have a wee. He's left her there. And he's got down the road. And these kids have realised their mum's not there. And they've told him about it. And he's felt guilty. And he's gone back for her. Why does she feel the need to tell everybody? That was my wife. I'd be like, what are you telling the police for? Why are you going on the local radio station making a flipping mockery of me? This doesn't sound like a marriage made in heaven, does it? Already, and on honeymoon, and it's already falling apart. Anyway, next story. Neighbours trap thief in car he tried to steal. So this chap's trying to steal this car, but the neighbours have seen what he's up to. They come over and they've like blocked him in with their cars, or they're holding the blooming doors shut or something. He ain't happy about it. He's been caught red-handed, this bloke. They held the doors of the vehicle shut, despite him threatening them with a screwdriver, so that he could not escape, and waited for the police to arrive. He's threatening them with a screwdriver. Get away from me, get away from the doors, or I'm going to stab you with my screwdriver. He's got a Phillips screwdriver. He's using it as a deadly weapon. Apparently he had a number of previous convictions, including offences of assault, shoplifting and burglary. He was jailed for 32 months. So he won't going to do it again now, is he? That'll stop him now. He's got 32 months in prison, so in that time he can learn how to rob houses and stuff like that. He'll come out a hardened criminal after that, won't he? Next story. What did the stars do before they were famous? This is what we need, isn't it? Look, we got a list here. I found this article of what the stars did before they were famous. So what jobs did the rich and famous do? Apparently Michelle Obama, after graduating from university and Harvard Law School, she worked at a large Chicago law firm where she met her future husband, old Baraka. So she met Baraka. That's hardly a revelation, isn't it? I thought it was going to say she was breaking rocks down a local quarry or something. Going to law school, that's not even a job, is it? Richard Branson, old Dickie Branson's here, look, my hero. I never heard from him, by the way. In the last one of these, I discussed Richard Branson's island, didn't we? And asked if I could go there, asked if he could give me a few nights on this 37 grand pad. Never got back to me, but I still love him. Apparently, the self-made billionaire started his company 40 years ago, and he founded it as a mail order company, mail order retailer. Oh, that's short and sweet, wasn't it? Old Jennifer Aniston, that before she got into serious acting, she was a waitress. That's not exactly a groundbreaking flipping revelation, is it? Gordon Ramsay, he used to be a footballer, didn't he? It was nearly a professional footballer, old Ramsay, wasn't he? Before he got into the old cooking game, but he hurt himself, didn't he? He got injured, so then he couldn't do it. So he thought what he'd do is he'd make himself into a Michelin star chef, be renowned all over the world, and be a multi-millionaire. So he's done all right with it. Apparently Simon Cowell done his fair share of menial jobs. Yeah, that doesn't say what though. They all say that, don't they? Oh, I used to do all these menial jobs as well, but he doesn't say what he used to do. What did you see, like wash windows of the old cow? I can't see him doing that. Wash cars for a living. Work in a supermarket. I can't see him doing any of that. We were on the builder, was he? Lord Sugar. We all know what Lord Sugar done, don't we? He preaches about it every 5 minutes on The Apprentice. Oh, I used to sell this out the back of my van, and I used to blimmin' do this, that and the other to make money. I'll do anything for money. I'm a cockney. Yeah, we all know Sugar. Robert Pattinson is in them Twilight films, isn't he? At the tender age of 12, he was discovered as a model, but his modelling career failed after 4 years. Yeah, there's hardly like hard manual jobs, are they? These, and not exactly making you think, oh yeah, they've done their bit for society. They've done the manual jobs that most of us have had to do in order to get on in life, and none of them stories here. It's all waitress. Yeah, I started this company, I done that company. I was hoping to end this with some groundbreaking like story about how someone used to sell their body, or someone used to worked on doors or something like that, but there's none of that there. Anyway, that's it for this week's Alternative News, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it, hope you found it entertaining. I hope you enjoyed this content, guys. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment below. I'll catch you in the next video.